Ladies and gents, this is the moment you waited for. Welcome to another episode of the Council of Six, a weekly in Dungeons & Dragons campaign fraught with all the drama and peril that will take your breath and steal your mind. My name is G.A. Lungaro, your DM for the night, and our current campaign is a story loosely based on my fantasy novel, Souls of Magic's Dawn, a homebrew built on D&D Beyond and played on the VTT of Foundry. During the stream, we won't be responding to your comments while we are in play, as to remain immersed in the story, but please still engage and comment as we go along. At certain points, we may try to go through the comments and interact with you all, because at the end of the day, we are presenting this for your enjoyment. But without any further ado, are you ready to leave all that's real behind? Because there's something breaking at the brick of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go to the Council of Six?
That's all it is.
What?
Joking.
Yeah,
right.
you were joking. Zay tried to kill Chris. Said it at the wrong moment.
It's a good time. It's good reason to talk about stuff before the stream starts.
Yeah, you can kill your players.
100%.
Yeah. And for those of you watching home, Austin is here. He just has his cam off tonight, but he is here. Say
He's
something,
got
Austin.
boils all over his face.
Speak.
Hi.
You're gonna make me look like a lot. Okay, there we go. Thought your audio went out again there for a second. So we're back for another week.
We're here for a week. What?
Another week. Another week. So you guys found another tomb. Papa Zottle's tomb. You figured out how to get rid of these skeletons that are popping out of these glass cauldrons that apparently one of them was really hard to break because it took y'all like 4 of you attacking it 3 different times before you finally broke it. But yeah. But that managed to stop it. And then the Callie figured out the riddle, knelt before the statue, and the shield stopped attacking. So that was a good thing. And then Hope opened it up, and Hope
I got a new friend.
has Papa Zottle in her brain. No one is aware of this yet. I'm surprised no one has asked after what happened to Spencer.
Never had a friend.
Who has Moa inside of his head. There were a few things you
Not Turnick,
found.
to be clear. Definitely Spencer.
Well, Spencer has plenty of voices in his head.
But you guys have been walking around. You found a few secret doors as well. There's a secret door in this room that you found a bottle that apparently has a genie inside of it.
Oh, that's right.
And then you did find some secret doors up to the north too, where the pool was at, and another one going to look like a circular spiral stairway as well. And there's still part of the first floor that you guys have not taken a look at. But yeah, this is a big sprawling dungeon, which a lot of places to go. So we'll see where this all takes us. Now, the genie was speaking to y'all. We'll do a little refresher here, because your little buddies did say a few things to you guys, to at least to Hope and to Turnick. Moa advised Turnick to not break any bargains made with the Tao, which is another name for a genie. And Turnick did relay this to the rest of y'all. Papa Zottle, in Hope's mind, said to treat this Tao like a servile lickspittle, like the slave he is. And you did see the Tao inside there, and she's kind of like banging on the glass, looks really pissed off, like she wants to get out. And it was mumbled at first. And then, if you kind of listen carefully, you do hear her kind of saying, "Let me out immediately! Let me out!"
That bottle you're holding, it's speaking to us.
Yes. Yes, she wants out.
Oh, do we rub it? Do we open it?
I think we probably pulled the cork. The stopper.
Pull the cork.
Is that such a
bottle.
good idea?
There's a stopper.
Do we actually want to let this thing out?
I mean, she could be an
Or are we
ally.
going to- be fighting something fun and new. We can always fight it. That's fine with me.
Turnic, what does your new friend say about it? Since...
You just said to not break any bargains.
Oh.
So she could be bargained with.
Or it could
I think
be
the
a
concern is that
useless-
they're the ones making the bargains.
I mean, it's trapped. How useful can it be? He obviously got himself trapped.
Or it was
Well,
in prison.
that's rude.
Yeah, but it's also reality. How powerful can this thing be if it's trapped in a freaking bottle?
Well,
Or it was
Extremely
in
powerful. It's just a very
Glass
small apartment.
glass seems to be your crypt. Your
What's this apartment you speak of?
We should know. We know what apartments are.
Do we?
It's not a modern thing. Yes.
Small contained living spaces are absolutely not a new thing.
Yeah, but the word apartment, was it used regularly? That is the question.
I mean,
Metally.
I don't know how far back it was used, but I know it's not a brand new word. It was used in
I
like
know that.
Victorian age England. It was used, and,
It was,
and just
okay.
previously to that, yeah.
Word. Here, I'm gonna look it up while we continue.
Google it. Google it.
Vedek, should we open it?
I will say for the 5th time, or it was imprisoned.
Don't break the bottle just in case we need to put it back in there. It might be annoying.
Just out of curiosity, Hope, how much experience do you have putting genies back into bottles?
Well, obviously it worked once. I'm sure we can find a spell to make it work again if we gotta get rid of it.
How much discussion does it take? Are you going to let me out or not?
Who are you is perhaps a great place to start.
My name is Keshma.
Did you say your name was Kesha? What?
Keshma.
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 What's a Keshma?
Nothing. What's a Keshma with you?
Keshma, what guarantee do we have that you will not destroy us if we release you?
What can I guarantee you, eh? A genie always keeps his word. I will give you riches beyond your imagination.
Witches?
I have riches
You want
on me.
witches?
Rich.
A rich.
You would understand me better if I wasn't speaking behind a glass.
Genie has a point. Maybe we should open it
Yeah, go ahead.
so we can have a better
Is
conversation.
Orvex in here with us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Eric's gonna just look over at Orvex. You know who this is by any chance?
I have absolutely no idea. I have obviously never been in this. Everything in here is new to me, which is why I wanted to enter, to see all the scholarly pursuits that I could discover in here. But I mean, everything here was trapped long ago by Asarak, so I don't know how long this genie has been here.
Keshma, how do you feel about Asarak?
Is kind of irrelevant to me. I don't even really know who he was. I was brought here in this bottle, you see.
Going meta for a second. The word apartment as we know it modernly was the 1860s. Before, it was used as private rooms for the use of one person or family already within a house.
Yeah. Oh, I take that back. She says, she's like, yes. I misspoke on that. Asarak, the devil that he is. You see, I served these trickster gods before he slaughtered them all. And they could definitely be a boon to you if you are indeed going after Asarak. But please, just let me out. Look. And she's showing her braided hair. You see sapphires that are coiled through her braided hair, platinum armbands. I have treasures I could give you.
This thing thinks that treasures are what we seek.
I mean, wouldn't hurt to have any.
What do we need? What are we gonna do with treasures here, Turnick?
Well, not necessarily for here, but later on.
We need to get to the later on part
Yeah, that's what.
for those
Yeah.
treasures
There
to
you
have
go.
any value to us.
And this very bottle, it's very tiny genie. You can just kind of see her pacing now inside the bottle, back and forth.
Damn it, Genie! Sit
What
down,
else
make
can
it-
I do? Just let me
Still.
out. 10,000 years. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You're such a crick in the neck.
I'll leave the decision to you, Callie.
What is Callie? Can we do a history check to determine what Callie knows
Of
about?
vows?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
nothing
go ahead, give me a
about
history check.
snow. Oh my God, lady.
Dice God's got jokes.
You think back to your time in Azrael's Tower,
Didn't
and
remember that.
you remember the stacks of books that he placed before you.
Oh no! What did I do?
And
that
you
day?
remember fondly devouring those on sorcery and magic and the art. And then you remember the history books, and you were going through them, and you were nodding off as you're going through it, and you decided to skim through them.
100%. 100%. Very well. Genie, if you promise not to kill us, we will let you out.
I have no reason to kill you. If you let me out, you'll be indebted. As I said, I will give you riches.
I need to hear the words, Genie.
I will not kill you. I will not injure you. I will not hurt you. I will do no harm upon you.
Oh no, we'll fuck her out. See what happens. Just
Callie
don't
will
break
let
the
her
bottle.
out. Well, Callie will try to prise the cork out of the top of the bottle.
Yeah. And she... It's a gust of whirlwind of air as the Tao comes out. And she's like, ha ha! I am free! Free! I am of my word. And she begins uncoiling the sapphires in her hair. And she puts them in your hands, Callie. Takes off the platinum bangles, puts them in your hands. They are yours. As I said, my honor would not impinge me to do otherwise. But, silly mortals, you could have asked for more. You didn't. Goodbye! And she disappears through the ceiling.
You know what? That's fair.
Good riddance. On with
That
our
could have gone a
adventure.
lot worse.
On with our.
You have two. You can put this in your inventory. Just put generic items. You have 2 sapphire cords and 2 platinum armbands.
Side quest complete.
Side quest complete.
See, I'm sure we can make much good of that stuff later on. Mark my words.
But she did
And
mention
2 platinum. And 2 what? Armbands? Platinum?
yeah, 2 platinum armbands and 2 sapphire cords. I should have mentioned that the if you're going after Azrak, that the trickster gods, tricky as some of them can be, they obviously have beef with Azrak for being killed by him and placed in this tomb.
Mhm.
So they could be a boon.
So they could be a boon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Callie will put the armbands on her arms and wind the sapphires into her hair.
Okay.
Yeah, I always heard tales that if you let a genie out, that it's at least got to answer a question for you or something, but...
I am better to say that I did not pay attention to the text on that day.
On to the next one.
Out of character, totally out of context thing. My dance name, Gengelia, the first part of it, is based on Genie.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
And from last session before we ended, I did say that you noticed the tapestry at the end of the hallway here too was also swaying.
I wanted to deal with the Genie first, and then we were gonna go.
Right. It was just a reminder in
explore
case
the
we forgot.
tapestry. Well, and Barrick wasn't here, so
Yeah.
there's a tapestry. It's going.
Yeah. Pause the game.
So we're going to. So yeah, Callie will walk this way, take the lead, and she will listen at the tapestry.
Listen, or are you doing it?
She's gonna listen first.
Oh yeah, I mean you hear air movement,
and then she's gonna kind of peek through it. She'll kind of
and it
use her staff.
The wall back there disappears behind the tapestry as you move it. There's an illusion, and you see the room open up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So in here, before you enter, the air here reeks of sulfur and brimstone.
Of course it does.
On the floor of this chamber, there's a pentagram traced in salt that surrounds an ornate sarcophagus. Its lid is covered with figurines of prancing frog-like humanoids that kind of remind you of the little grung friends.
Oh, God.
Waiting on Kelly, see if she wants to enter.
This could be the tomb of the Grung god. Be careful. Be mindful of the salt. Nang Nang.
And you can see the on the lid of the sarcophagus. There's also a engraving of a grung. As well as the
Can we
fingerings.
blow the salt away?
Well, let's get in and bring the others in first.
Yeah, I'm following him, kind of mostly just back up, just to make sure you don't get in trouble.
No shot is Barrick going into an enclosed room that has a pentagram inside of it. Not a chance.
I mean, it is drawn in salt. It's a salt circle.
I'm well aware of what this is for. Austin as a character, Austin as a person knows exactly what the fuck is going on here. I'll stand at the end of the hallway.
Closest to it.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Barrett, guys?
Not happening.
Talos, what do you remember of the Grung god?
Which one was that one again?
Hey, Orvex, you want to go help him out in there?
What would you like me to do? As he kind of like slowly is like kind of like walking forward, like unsure if he wants to go in, but he does peek in. Yes, that is definitely Nang Nang's tomb.
Do we want to open it?
Again?
But the grungs have nothing to do with pentagrams and salt circles, so I'm not sure what that's all about.
This is the frog one, right?
Yeah. Well, remember, doesn't not to be confusing. There is the frog Hemoth as well. That's not Nang Nang.
No, this is the frog
Nang Nang is
god.
the grung, the little the little frog people.
Yeah.
What are these things that are at the corners?
Those are just columns.
I feel like we need to.
And I think I put the plaque because floor 2. You guys did read the plaque there,
Yes.
didn't you?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's,
because that might be something to remind you as well. I don't remember if I put it in writing, but I think I put the image in there somewhere too, perhaps. But let me see.
I think you. Yeah, you did, but where? I remember seeing the image, but I don't remember.
Let me see. Oh, there it is. I don't have it open, you guys. Okay, let me. And you guys did read the one on the outside too, so I got to make that one. Configure ownership. Observer. Boop. Configure ownership. Boop. All right, there you go. So the first warning was the one you saw on the obelisk outside. That Orvex saw, and it was in common. And then the second warning is the one that was on the hallway in the second floor here.
Only a jewel can tame the frog.
Frog.
Only a jewel. Well, Callie, you just got a jewel.
I did.
I don't know where we would put it.
The ring is a path to another tomb. The dead pour sunlight. Only a jewel can tame the frog. Which frog? There are two.
Mm-hmm.
Don't we have 2 gems?
I'm just
Well,
gonna
the frog
throw it out
Hemoth
there.
Isn't a god. The frog Hemoth is just a.
I
Hey,
believe he was.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna throw it
The
out
frog Hemoth
there.
wasn't a god, was he, Lunga?
It
What was that?
definitely
The frog
seems.
Hemoth was not a frog, right? I mean, not a god.
Well, he was one of the trickster gods.
He was one of the trickster gods. Okay.
Okay. What was that, Barrack?
Hey guys, it definitely seems like somebody tried to resurrect this trickster god, and that the crystal or whatever that is would be the form of controlling it. Much like an orb of dragonkind is how you control a dragon. That is my assumption of what is happening here. And it would certainly be within the realm of power of someone like Azarek.
The other thing to remember is that he has set many, many traps for anyone who would come in here. So we.
And Orvex would also interject. And if the plaque was here on the second floor, I would assume everything on that plaque would have something to do with just this floor, is what my assumption would be.
Okay.
And he remembers the path. And he remembers the last tomb we were in. He did mention bow as the dead god intoned, which is what you did in Papazaddle's tomb that we just left.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Okay.
you want to open this, or should we just leave?
No.
Is it too risky?
Respectfully, stop fucking touching shit.
You know,
We're in a
never
place
gonna-
that has, we're in a place that has been untouched for 1,000 years.
That's why
full
we
of-
should touch it.
Full of traps that have not been set off by anybody because we're the first people to be here for
Yeah, we also
1,000
found
years.
some
Well, to be
quite
fair,
handy
they did
stuff.
mention that Azrak was kind of like a jigsaw, and other people have been thrown in here throughout the years, and he would reset the traps every now and then, but no one's been here. I mean, that you know of. No one's been here recently. Well, I take it back. You did find Devlin, so who was with the Yellow Company, so they were in here recently. That was the one that Talos found.
Mm.
Yeah, which we still
Well-
haven't discussed because we then went straight into.
Right. He had a journal with a
With-
lot of pages in it and stuff.
Yep,
Yeah.
and a staff. And...
With each of the the tombs that we've explored, there's been a reward at the end.
I agree.
So we have to ask ourselves, is the risk worth the reward? Is the reward worth the risk? Would what we gain here possibly make us stronger against Asarak?
Well, I found something of use in the tomb.
I found something very useful.
Okay. So that's 2 for 2, right? So this one could be helpful.
Do we know they're useful, or that what it's telling you?
What?
I showed you that it's useful.
So Beric does not want to touch it. Tell us.
I think we should we know it's here. And I think we should see what else is on this floor before we come back here and touch anything else after what, having to deal with the encounter we just dealt with.
Listen.
Perhaps we scout before we act.
Yes, I fully and wholeheartedly concur. My main thing here is that whatever happens, one, we're not that far into this place from what we can tell. It definitely seems like we're somewhat on the edge, or at least not that far deep into this place. We don't know what's waiting down at the bottom, and I don't know that this exactly seems like a place where we could take a long rest. So these are all things to consider. That it's not that I don't think we can't fight all these fights, but if we get down to the bottom of this place in meta, we have 10 hit points left collectively. And we're fighting fucking Asarak. What are we doing here?
Use the voice of wisdom.
Yes, we've canonically established that Beric is the most intelligent of all of us. If only by a small margin.
Okay. Well, it's been here for a while. It will still be here at the end if we decide we need to come back. We don't have to touch everything.
I'll agree to disagree.
Let's see what else is on this floor, Hope. Then we can decide.
I was literally just here for backup. I mean, I am intrigued and want to see. I mean, it's just salt. Just blow it away.
Yes, but what magic is the salt powering? What protection is it
We
against?
have detect magic, and I think some of us might even have to dispel magic.
Quick question above table. Beric, do you see your saving throws and stuff? Because when I open your sheet, they're blank. I don't know if I got to move new token on there for you or not. But when you click on your,
No, I don't
you see everything.
my saving throws.
Okay, let me. I'm going to take you off and put you back on again.
It shows when I go to click on it, it shows my modifiers.
Yeah, your saving throws ain't here at all. There's
Oh
something
wait,
going on
actually
here.
no, I don't think those are correct because it shows I have a plus 10 to strength, and I don't think that's true.
Yeah, there's something forked with your character here. All right, let me re-import you real quick because this is weird. So let me remember. Let me see.
Something's weird about my
Let's see
stain.
which. Yeah. I want to just check everything here. Okay, it looks like you have all your abilities. You haven't really used any of those except the Divine Blessing one.
Oh yeah, something is weird. I'm gonna refresh Foundry as well.
Well, it's I see it too, so I got to re-import your character. But so I don't have to worry about your abilities. You have all of them. Your hit points is 88 of 121, so I got to remember that because I don't have to adjust that when I re-import you. I'm not gonna do any. I'm not gonna do any items or anything. So okay, let's re-import here. Okay, so we will import classes, spells, features. Did you use spell slots? You don't have spell slots. What am I talking about?
No, I don't think I used my innate spellcasting for invisibility. I think we've long rested since then.
Okay, so let me re-import you here.
So we are moving forwards. We are.
Yeah, it's still not showing your saving throws, which is fucking weird.
You want to take the inter? I know it's early. It's take the intermission.
Let me try re-importing a new one. Well, let me just roll your saving throw and see if it looks right.
Quick question.
I mean, it has all your modifiers.
No, my stats are
that's
correct,
right.
but my saving throws are not.
Well, I rolled it. Do you see? Do you see it that I rolled it? So the roll, it's adding all the correct modifiers.
Yeah,
It
I
added
shouldn't
plus
have.
10
I
to your
don't have
strength.
I'm pretty confident I don't have a plus 10 strength saving throw. Though.
Oh, okay.
I have advantage on strength saving throws, but I don't have plus 10.
All right.
That might be wrong.
Well, let's do that.
but-
Yeah. Okay. So let me try remaking you. How about this? We'll
Check D&D Beyond to double check it.
I mean,
My-
it's gonna be right.
My D&D Beyond character is not. Just, I've leveled up my last two on
Oh.
Foundry. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's been so long since we leveled up. I couldn't tell you.
Ha 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 ha.
No, it should be a plus 9 for
har
strength.
har har har. Okay. Well, I'm wondering if you have anything else on there that added it. Let me see here. Yeah, it's showing me plus floor, plus 5, and then plus 1. Do you have any effects on you right now that's doing that?
I don't know.
No. Okay. Okay. How about this? We'll take a quick intermission, and I'm going to try to re-import your character as a whole new one and see if that works, and then we'll be back. So you guys can. All right, and we are back after fixing Barrick's character, because that was just all sorts of fucked up. But everything is correcto now. All right, so you guys were deciding on leaving here, not leaving here. Or this room.
I think we're leaving this room.
Let's go.
I think it's wise for us to keep an eye out on ways that we can take a long rest as we move around this, because that is going to massively affect what we can and cannot do here.
Well, it's only 9 in the morning.
Or should not. No, I understand what time it is. I just mean in terms of what kind of situations we can find ourselves in and have it be a non-issue.
I have a feeling there's going to be some situations that are unavoidable before a long rest.
Yeah,
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, then on we go. Frickin' door.
And don't worry, you can step on the salt. I know you're not intentionally stepping on it. It's fine.
I'm touching it.
weird. It looks like Turnic just died there for some reason. Just kidding, Spencer.
Or is he? As he stabs you in the back.
No, that's not that I would roll. I would stab him in the front for
Oh, yeah,
sure.
good point. I've been into the blanket all along.
What a twist.
Totally worth going in that room. I got a new friend.
Okay. Calliope. I'm pausing it here.
Yeah.
As you go in the hallway, you see a skeleton just kind of clip-clopping back and forth along the hallway. You notice there's something different about this skeleton. Attached to its skull is like a little bit of a pillar, and the shape of it at the top is kind of in a triangle. It almost looks like it's like a key of sorts attached to its skull.
A key attached to the skull of the great.
And it's not like it just seems to be wandering around aimlessly. It doesn't seem to notice you or even care. It's just wandering around.
I've lost me marbles. I've lost me marbles.
I don't particularly enjoy skeletons, so
Skellington Jones. Pleasure.
it's going to be a case of just gonna send a little firebolt at it.
Curious case of Benjamin Skeleton.
Okay. I'm refreshing Forge, so.
Okay.
I don't want to step in the way. I don't know where the skeleton is. I can't see him on the map.
Yeah, if you had stepped there, you totally would have been in the way. So good job
that's
there.
my bad. My bad. I'm sorry.
You're
couldn't
good.
figure out where it was.
Yeah, she sees it in the hallway.
Okay.
Why is...
Uh-oh. What happened now?
No.
Okay.
It was unrelated to the game. Okay. So I'm back in, so you can do whatever you want to do, Kelly.
Well, there's nothing for me to target.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't see... Oh, I didn't... Oh, sorry. I thought I made it invisible. Oops. There you go. If you hover over it, you can kind of see what it looks like. The image shows like a hexagon, but it's like it's a triangle.
Oh, that's kind of awesome. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm gonna aim kind of this firebolt at his chest.
Yeah, Lung, it's only kind of
Okay.
awesome. It's not completely awesome.
Yeah.
7%.
7% awesome.
I give it at least a 10.
Damn, that's a...
Yeah, it hits it, and the bones just shatter. A few roll over the balcony. You hear them fall down and clatter at the bottom, and the skull kind of rolls forward towards you. And
Yeah, I will pick it up, or I will
Okay.
walk forward and pick it up.
Does it sound like
Okay.
a
I don't-
character dying in Lego Star Wars?
yeah, sure, exactly. You could just put an item in, again, generic item in your inventory. Just put triangle skull.
Triangle skull.
Yeah, I'll know what that means.
Hexahedron skull, you know.
All right, where
Okay.
to next?
So y'all aren't gonna question why Callie all of a sudden shoots a firebolt? Just
No, there's
Out of the
dead
blue?
things all
No, we
around us.
figured you would have said something like, "Stop, skeleton," or something like that. You know what I mean?
she didn't. She just saw it and goes,
Callie, you were a strong and capable, independent woman. We have no reason to question your motives and things like that. So.
We don't want to get canceled or anything, you know.
Where are we
Oh.
going? Are we going around this fucking thing some more, or are we going to go to the next level?
well,
There's stairs there. There's stairs over there. We found lots of stairs.
Next level, but we haven't beaten the boss.
We
Is
didn't
there a
Well,
boss?
really do anything on the first level either.
I know. We just went right to the.
well,
second
there are
level down.
more things on this level to explore. So there to our left, that's just a stairwell, correct?
Well, what you can see, you can't. I mean,
here.
you can't. Yeah.
No, I meant. I
You're
mean,
talking about over here.
yeah.
Remember what brought
Yeah.
us down to this level?
Did
Like
we
I said,
go-
you do see the like if you step in the square in the center, that'll move you into stairwell. But you can walk around that area
Okay, but
too.
there.
But it
so
looks like a circular room with a spiral staircase in it.
circular with a spiral staircase.
That's what you can
Okay.
see from your vantage point. Yeah.
Before
Okay.
we go any further, though, maybe we should look at that staff and journal and stuff that I found that we just kind of, threw to the side.
We're also very close to the last place that I saw that.
Yeah, that person. That's all I was gonna say. The main reason we're down here is because you saw that person.
Could have went downstairs more.
Did they
He
go
could have
down
gone
more,
downstairs,
just
or he
disappeared
could have
on this
from
level.
sight?
gone-
It was on this level. That's what
he
I
could have
thought.
gone to the north, or he could have gone to the
Yeah,
east.
there's multiple ways to go on this level still.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yes, the point being, we have no idea.
That's a good point.
So we go north or we go east.
First.
Reminder: you did go north. There was that room with that face in it where Hope saw the bats in the bottom of the mouth hole.
Oh, yep.
That was
I really
that's
didn't
what
wanna
was in the
fall
north.
there.
We only.
That's-
and
oh.
This is the way we went. Where I went this to the east and found. That's where I found the staff and the book. So
And you
that's
did see a room at the other end, or you saw a block at the end, or a room at the end.
room at the
And
end.
yeah.
Which one is it, Lunga? We need to know.
Alright,
Is it a
so-
room or a block?
Yes.
So I'm gonna
The answer is
show.
yes.
I'm gonna pull out the staff and what was it? A staff, a journal, and a cloak. Wait, no, there's something else. I feel like there's something.
The ink pot that never runs dry,
Oh, yeah, wait,
and
never
a
mind.
spell and a spell book
That's right.
and a
Oh,
staff of striking.
Yes. So
Right. In the spell book, you guys know that that's something that a wizard would use, so it wouldn't help any of you guys, but it's a spell book. They're worth money.
yep, and then staff of striking. Maybe I should give that to Callie.
This feels like all the trappings of a game of Clue.
Give Callie.
Colonel Mustard killed Plum in the library with the candlestick.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, yeah, I don't know what we did with the ink. Well,
You hit them.
do
The
we think it's
never-ending
some
ink.
sort of mad? Okay. Can I tell? Detect using my innate detect magic. So I can turn it on. Should I turn
Yeah,
on my innate
you can turn it
detect magic, guys?
Wouldn't
Yeah.
it still be
Is it
on?
what? Is it? Is it?
No, that was yesterday.
Yeah. I don't remember. I know. Was it something you could cast as much, or is it like a once per day thing? I don't remember.
Once per day thing, I believe.
And how long does it last though? I think it's only an hour, and that's why it's off now.
No, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, even less. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. I hadn't used it today. Wasn't that yesterday I used it?
I thought you
No,
used
it
it
was
on the way
here.
in here.
It was here?
Yeah, because you were going through the rooms. You saw everything glowing inside these rooms in the first floor.
That's how you found the thing in the staff thing, didn't it?
Yeah.
No.
Well, that was part of it.
No.
When you were on the first floor, you saw the obelisk outside glowing. When you went inside, you
you're
saw
right.
things
Yes,
glowing.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, that the obelisk.
Yeah. So you did use that already
I did
today.
use it, so I can't use it again. So.
Yeah, Chris, it was this morning 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know, right? Half past the monkey's ass. Oh boy. So how can? All right, I'm gonna pull out this ink well. Does this look like it could be anything special to anybody, like magical? Anybody? To me, it looks.
It could be useful for writing in spell books, or it could be useful for writing.
Do you need special ink to write in a spell book?
Lunga, do you need special ink to write in a spell book?
Not that I know of.
you want a DM answer for this?
Yeah.
I would say even though you're not a wizard, Kelly, you
Right.
do know of wizards.
Right.
No, they don't need special ink, but they are writing in spell books quite often. So a magical ink pot that never runs dry would save them money to not have to worry about rebuying new ink all the time.
Yeah.
So obviously, if Devlin had a spell book and the ink pot would help him out.
Could be a novelist.
Also true. So it could be useful to sell, or if we come across a wizard at some point.
To sell, I'm a damn bard. This is gonna be useful for me to keep.
Well, there you go. For writing down your
Now
ballads.
that I know what it is. The spell book.
If he's a songwriter, you can.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Would you like to peruse through the spell book, Callie?
Guys, side huddle. I don't know if it's a wise idea for us to give Talos unlimited songwriting capability. It sounds like a dangerous game to be playing.
But Callie, would you like the spell book to look through it? Possibly.
It's not of any use to me. That is not how I do my magic.
Not even.
And by the way, Chris, your volume is kind of low too.
Let's see if something fucked it up. No?
He's just not been very loud.
No, it's probably something.
No.
Cats jump on my mixer all the time.
There we go. That's
there
it.
we go, yeah.
You're better.
Yeah, cats jump on my mixer all the time. And
Ah.
fuck up the levels and shit. So that's why Lunga says something to me, because he knows that happens. Okay, so I'll hold on to this spellbook and we'll sell it at some point. But now I have unlimited ink!
All right, where are we going?
So,
Hey, I'm going right to the awards show with all these songs I'm gonna write. I'm sorry, just kidding.
so you saw something past where you've Talos. You saw something past the room
There
where
was
you
a
found
room,
these
yes.
things.
I'm assuming it's another one of these sarcophagi rooms.
Tombs.
Can always check to see.
Tomb rooms. It's a tomb room. That's it. My next song. Tomb room.
Tomb room.
Well, we
Not
could
the tomb room.
go investigate that, perhaps.
Follow me. I move so fast. Look at me.
Wow.
All that banging on the
Why is
keyboard
it-
seems not worth it.
No, it's lagging. I'm getting lagged.
It is
so-
lagging bad.
It's so bad.
I notice it lags when all of you are trying to move at the same time.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it seems to be
Especially if you're
working.
moving in different directions. Telos, as you get closer to the entrance there, give me a perception check.
Oh, for shizzle my nizzle with my super high plus on perception. 19, my friend.
Nice.
Okay. As you get close to the entrance there, the first thing you notice, this is not part of your perception check, but the room ahead, it smells of wine.
Ooh,
And you see there's a checkerboard marble floor, and you can kind of see in the middle there's a gilded coffin that sparkles in sunlight that seems to be streaming down when there's no, that we guys are underground, there's nowhere for sunlight to come from, but sunlight is streaming down, illuminating this gilded coffin. That's what you can see from your vantage point. With the perception check, right above your head, you notice that there's a block that's like hanging, literally in the square you're in. Just it's hanging above your head. A big block that's about the size of the hallway.
Hanging by?
You can't tell. It's up to the ceiling.
How tall is the ceiling?
In here, the ceiling in the hallway, the ceiling's 8 feet.
All right, I'm gonna fly up there and take a look at what's above it.
You can't. Yeah, you fly up there. The block
like
is
side
right
to
up
side?
against the ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Okay.
fills the hallway.
The width
and
but how can I
right.
tell it's hanging then? I can see
because you could.
slits
Well, that's
around
what
it?
the perception. Yeah, you could see creases, and so it doesn't look like a natural part of the
it's part
ceiling.
of the ceiling.
Right.
Hey guys, I think if we go in here, we're gonna be trapped in here until we can figure out how to get out of here. So, yeah, I'm gonna turn around for a second and let's brainstorm here. If we're gonna all go in there, we gotta probably all go in there at the same time.
Being trapped in there sounds like a bad idea if we're
It
trying to
does.
conserve magic.
It does, which is why I stopped. And like I had said, maybe we should scout some more, but it doesn't seem like there's any other direction to really go on this floor, except down that hole to the north, which we don't want to test that because there's nothing there. It looked like some sort of, what did you say?
Yeah, it was.
Like?
It was only.
Like
it was 10
like
feet
a
deep.
prison
It
pit.
ended.
It's like a torture
Well, it was just
prison pit. Yeah.
No, it was just a 10-foot deep pit. That was the mouth was blocked with magical darkness. At the bottom pit, there was just bats. It was just an empty pit, 10 feet deep with bats in it.
Yeah. So
So
this
we
is
could
the last.
continue
So we can
down,
go to another floor. We can
or
go
we
back
could
to
try
the
this room.
salt circle, or this room. Those are our choices.
You can go back up to the first floor and see what else is up there.
Horvax, do you have any idea of who this room might be for?
From my vantage point, I can't see any more than you see. I see a gilded coffin, but we'd have to get closer to take a look.
Dead
We'll be
abhor
trapped.
sunlight. Dead abhor sunlight.
Were you able to go into this
Wait
room
a
earlier,
minute.
Carlos?
Oh my gosh. Why did I not see this before? The last line of the second warning, which is the one from this floor. Into darkness descend. Maybe we have to go down into that pit.
We've been in darkness. We've been using our dark vision this whole time.
No. But into darkness descend.
Did
Literally
you go-
means go down into the darkness, which there's magical darkness in that pit. It's only 10 feet deep. So
Did you go in there?
I didn't, but Hope looked down it, and she can see
Oh.
through the magical darkness.
Yeah.
So she saw that it was only 10 feet deep, and that there was just bats at the bottom.
It didn't
But
seem
the
like
last
it was
line
much
does say, into the
interest.
darkness descend. I say that's the first thing we tried doing is send someone down that pit. And we can do the same thing, the tether thing and everything that we did with Turnic before. If we so choose.
Unless I need to use darkness to go into here with all the light.
Well, the dead abhor sunlight, yeah, something to do with that. But I don't want to go in this room yet because I have a feeling that it's going to close on us if we go in there. Just from what I perceived.
I mean, I'm not
So-
saying you're wrong. It's probably
Yeah,
true.
so our choices are send someone down that not so deep hole. Go back to the salt circle. Figure that out. Go into here, get shut in here and figure this out, or go to another floor. I vote for the descending into darkness. That's my vote. I say everybody say their vote and then we'll go from there.
I think it's a good idea to go ahead and maybe go from the bottom up, so we could go down into the darkness, or at least I think Hope is probably the best suited for that mission.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can go into darkness. I can see everything in there. And
I
those
think going
bats, I
down
could
into
just
darkness is a great first step.
easily use
Let's
a
go.
cantrip to kill the bats.
Well, yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen. We might, might be a man bat down there. Who knows?
Well, you might die down there. Who knows?
Who knows?
Eh,
Okay, let's all stop moving at the same time. It's lagging the hell out of it. Somebody move. There we go. Thank you, Turnick. Everyone go north. The hallway north. North. The other north.
The other north?
The other north. There you
The
go.
other north?
Turnick intentionally stops over here, so...
Okay.
Turnick intentionally stays out of the way here, so everyone else can go up front.
Barrick will start
You,
tying a rope off to his waist.
Excellent.
Oh,
Hey, Longa, they,
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Never mind. Orvex wasn't sticking to me for a moment.
Yeah, you can't see him because he moves, like, when I attach him to you, he stays exactly where I attach him to you. So if you're going down a narrow
Yeah.
hallway that's only one square wide, he
I
he
saw him-
disappears.
I
Yeah.
saw him stick. He's like there for a moment and didn't follow me around, so I was like, why was that?
Yeah.
Right before I was about to say something.
Like right now, he's attached to under you. So like when you're going in this hallway, you see him. But if you go sideways
Yeah.
in a hallway, he disappears outside the walls.
I saw him barely sticking out. He just wasn't following me for a moment. So.
Yeah. All right. So I heard a
we're
rope
lagging.
being tied to who?
Me.
Barrick's waist, and
Okay.
then the other end to Hope's waist. And we're gonna send the little tiefling down.
Okay, so
Lovely,
you're sending
man.
so you're lowering Hope down
Yes.
into the hole.
'Cause
Okay.
she can see as she goes through the darkness, so it won't like
Yeah, I can see.
she can
Right,
see if
right,
there's
right.
anything in the darkness itself as well, like around her.
Okay. So give me 1 second here because I have to.
You get to crawl through. Lovely.
You see a message on the wall that says, "Replace this asset." Seems as if we found a place the Dungeon Master doesn't want us to go yet.
Okay. I'm like the levels of like what's going on here? Okay, so first things first, while you're lowering Hope down, the bats start attacking you, Hope. So we're just gonna put some bats on. I didn't even bring out bats for this because it's so silly. But we will do this. Swarm of bats. Did I have them? I might have had them. No, I don't. Okay. All right, so we will. This is happening in a hole. Oh, I'm getting that issue
Yep.
again where shit's freezing up on me.
Your audio.
Yep, I hear ya.
Yep.
Let's see, is the
Crackling.
Forge plugin gonna restart itself?
If we start losing each other, where you don't see each other in VDO, we're going to drop out of. Everyone's going to drop out at the same time. I'll come back in first. Don't come back in. I'll tell you in Discord if that happens. Okay, I have to refresh.
It didn't happen last time.
I know. Well, no, it did when we had a big issue. Oh, well, last week we didn't
not
play
with
long
any
enough.
cam. Yeah, with yeah.
Last week it did.
Oh,
It
you're
didn't
right, 'cause
happen at
Austin
all.
had to leave. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm refreshing Forge in OBS.
Oh, it didn't restart itself this time.
Okay, so I'm going to add Hope and the bats into an encounter.
Let's do this.
Go ahead and roll your initiative, Hope.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. Okay, so you're going down this hole, and these bats start swarming around you. That was a gigantic hand for Chill Touch. Nothing happened.
Didn't take damage.
They're not targeted.
They are targeted.
You didn't target them. I don't
They
see
are
your
targeted.
dot. I don't see your dot over them.
All right, let's try again. Are they targeted?
Try targeting them.
I did.
No.
There's arrows on it.
Okay. I don't see it on this end. There we go. And you kill them. You kill the whole swarm with one Chill Touch. As you see their bodies falling, and the floor. Remember I told you it ended 10 feet, and that floor that of this pit, you see the bats fall through it. So it seems to be a false floor illusion. So are you continuing being lowered down?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay, let me end this encounter. Okay, so now I'm going to open up another map. This is only for Hope to see, so I got to pull you in here. Give me 1 second.
Why do I not have...
Pull to scene is no longer working. Why is my pull to scene not working anymore?
Oh, because you just had a crash.
No, this wasn't working last time I tried it either.
Oh.
The module.
Oh boy.
It does have a warning on it. Last verified for version 11, so I don't think it works anymore. Which sucks. So I want to activate it. You guys are not going to be able to see everything, I don't think. Only she's going to be able to see it. But that's what we have to do.
Oh, even if we click on her name in the chat?
You're not going to have... Well, you're not going to have a token on the map. So when I activate the scene, you're not going to be able to see it, most likely. But Hope will, because she's a token on here. Okay, now remember, Hope, you're hanging from a rope, so you're not on the ground.
Okay.
Okay. So you're hanging up. It's you pass through that hole in the wall, and you see that it's about 15 feet down to the floor from where you're hanging, right under the ceiling. And as you're dangling there, you see 4 torches illuminate stone sphinxes that crouch in the corners of this 15-foot high room. The torches cast a flickering light across hieroglyphs carved into the tile floor. At the center of the room, you see a gold inlaid funeral barge that stands atop a 3-foot tall stone dais. Resting on the deck of the barge is a small golden sarcophagus decorated with horned rabbits. If you remember, that was Aijin, was the horned rabbit. And you're coming down from this dark shaft in the ceiling. To the south, you see a corridor. Actually, no. To the south, you see a set of fangs carved into the wall. And you see a skeleton of a dwarf sprawled across the floor east of the barge, clad in tattered yellow turban and dusty chainmail, clutching a bronze shield.
I'm gonna
Over here.
pull on the rope 3 times.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that means up.
So, and it
But
should be
can
pretty common sense. You went down a level, so this is the next floor down.
So can she hear me?
Yeah, she can hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you pull me up?
I mean, I guess. Yeah, pulling her up.
Okay. Okay, Hope. So they pull you back up.
So I'm going to explain to them everything that you explained to me and what I saw in the room. I didn't see any way of other than dropping down. And that's got to be at least, 30 feet?
The room was 15 feet high, and the tunnel you're in was 10 feet. So it's 25 feet. But you kind of realize that when you're looking in that central staircase, you saw that each floor went down 25 feet. So this is obviously the next floor down. This is one of the rooms in the level below you.
All right, so there's probably going to be access to this room in the other level below us, and it's talked about the golden sarcophagus and all this.
That's
stuff
what she saw. I typed it in the
Yeah.
chat again, so that's what she saw.
This is everything I saw in that room.
Okay, so
And
it's just
from
another-
here, we're just going to be able to drop down 35 feet, 25 feet.
And you'd all would recognize the horned rabbit as Ijin, as the one of the cubes that you had, and all this stuff. All the iconography that you guys have seen, the horned rabbit is Ijin.
So do we want to then go back to one of the rooms on this level after that? Now that we've scouted descending into the darkness, which is quite interesting that it's just another way to another. Did you see a doorway out of that room to
I saw a
hallways?
fang.
You
It
see
looked
any
like
doorways or archways or tapestries on the wall?
I did see a fang. It probably leads to a doorway.
Oh wait, while to the south, a corridor is visible through a set of fangs. Got you. Carved into the wall. Okay. So, I wonder if there's going to be something to do on either side of those fangs, and so some of us have to be on one of us has to be on one side, another one has to be on the other side.
There may also be other darkness to descend into. This may not be the only darkness.
Well, remember that plaque, most likely, as Orvix told us, is for this floor. So I didn't see any other darkness on this floor.
Have we seen this whole floor?
Yeah.
No, you saw the spiral staircase, but you haven't walked into that room where the spiral staircase is.
Well, yeah, but we've seen this whole floor. Well, okay, I see what you're saying.
No, you don't. All you saw
Wait,
was the spiral staircase through a doorway. You don't know if there's more back there.
Yeah.
Which way? To the east?
It was like bottom.
It was
left.
by the
right here.
past the scrying pool.
Yeah. Right here.
Where Taupe was getting her ass kicked. She took quite a bit of damage on that one. She literally was getting her ass handed to her.
Well, I say let's go to that last room that we haven't been to yet then. On this floor.
I agree.
Okay.
While we're on our way, I'm gonna think back to that. Warning on this level. Let's see here. The ring is a path to another tomb. The ring is a path to another tomb.
Yeah, which we saw this thing here.
Oh.
Yeah, so Barrick,
Yeah, I'm not going
as you
past
come in
the
here,
staircase.
you do see a room there's a room to the north. That if my journals would open. The spiral staircase descends down. You do see at the to the north there's a room, and you saw there's another passageway going west with a closed door. In that room up north, since you did kind of peek around a corner, you kind of see it looks like a forge workshop of sorts. Old wooden benches and shelves along the walls are covered with gears and chains and chap components and cages filled with rats. Lit iron braziers hang by chains from the ceiling. And along the north wall, when you peeked around a corner, you see a step dais with a bulky contraption, an iron maiden of sorts, attached to a network of streaming pistons, tubes, and bubbling vats of blood. And you kind of saw 5 masked dwarves kind of walking back and forth, operating a contraption that looked like that masked dwarf you saw when you looked over the stairwell.
Hey, Hope. Does it look like the dead dwarf that you saw down there? Might have been one of these guys.
I would say no. The dead dwarf looked like a regular dwarf, just so in case Marie doesn't remember. But Barrick, you would recognize these dwarves as the one you saw peek out from underneath and then disappeared.
Well, they know we're here.
Yeah. Do we want to keep going to the west and check out, see if there's anything behind this door before we...
Or should we confront a
That's what I
possible
was saying,
enemy?
before we confront them, or do we, which order do we want to do that in?
I don't want to get ourselves stuck in the middle of a situation. I think that if we're going to face this, we should face this head on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm game.
All right, well, up we go. Why don't you should go first?
Yeah,
Derek.
I'm gonna
behind him.
I'm gonna like try and or where are they looking this way?
As you guys walk in a room, they do turn around and see you.
Well, the goal was if they're facing away from us, I was gonna try and stealth in. That was what I was trying to do.
The 3 of you in there, so you'd all have to stealth.
Okay.
All right, let's try it.
You know me and stealth. I'm all about it. And then there's Barrick.
The one who actually wanted to stealth in. So you guys are all kind of sneaking in, and Barrick, you step on a piece of chain, and they clink, 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 and all these masked tomb dwarves all turn around and look at you at the same time. And as one of you looks at you, one of them pulls a lever. And you hear this hissing of steam, and that Iron Maiden opens up. And you see a Tomb Guardian like the one that Hope fought.
Oh, all right. Encounter
emerge
time. Yay.
From inside. And
tracks.
we are in an encounter.
Barrick
Give
is
me
just
1
gonna
second
say,
here.
like when that thing opens up, Barrick's gonna just say, whose tomb are you guarding?
They kind of look at you, and they look at each other, and they're mumbling to each other. We guard the entire tomb.
Well, it's more than one. It's kind of a whole bunch of them. That
Well,
seems to be
this whole
recurring
building
theme
is
here.
called the Tomb of the Nine Gods. That's what the entire structure is called.
To who do you serve?
Who do you serve?
Are you the keymaster?
They do not answer that question.
All right. If that's the way you want it
Let's
to
do this.
be.
All right. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Oh wow.
Perfect.
That sucks.
Perfect.
Alrighty. Let's see here. What do I want to do with them? I gotta see what.
At least the Guardian isn't first.
Okay. And this guy will pull out his crossbow and aim at Barrick and miss. And he'll shoot again and miss. This guy will try his luck at Hope and miss.
Jeez, he sucks.
And they miss. Boom, 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 boom. I never said they're crack shots with these crossbows, okay? He will also shoot at Hope. And he misses. And the second attack misses. These guys are great.
Let's fucking go.
This guy, he's at an angle, so he's going to go after Talos.
Ugly, ugly, ugly. How rude.
Hey, one hits.
And hits me, of course. Of course.
I mean, it was a better roll, but I think Hope and Barrick have a higher AC than you, so.
They do. I'm a bard. I'm squishy. Except for my...
Do you have a, oh, damn it. It showed up on OBS again
for
instead
Barrick,
of, I
they're
gotta,
calling
yeah,
common
but
display.
it's showing up in OBS because I accidentally, when I made his new character, I turned it on to owner again. I gotta shut that off. So it shows up on Barracks. Configure ownership. Common display. Observer. There we go. Okay. And he will shoot again.
And again and again and again.
And he misses this time.
Aha!
I've always wondered the mechanics of using multi-attack with a crossbow. The fuck do you shoot 2 crossbow bolts within 6 seconds?
You know, some things you just don't question.
They're horrible shots, but they're quick reloaders.
Yeah.
Probably why they're horrible shots. It's just like,
Or maybe
reload,
maybe they put 2 on there, you know, and
Yeah, it could be.
locked in 2 bolts into that crossbow. Tell us.
Their aim's off by a
to
lot.
go after the head guy, or do I just go for each individual one? Yeah, you know what? Let's go up here. We're going to create a line. And we're going to go here. There. And so he's wearing metal armor. And what's his weapon? Because in the image he just has chains.
No weapons. I mean, he has weapons, but no. I mean, he has weapons. It's the spiked gauntlets.
Okay,
That's what he was hit. That's what he was hitting Hope. The last one was hitting Hope with.
Okay, spike gauntlets. Okay.
They hurt.
So
A lot.
I'm gonna target the spiked gauntlets with heat metal. Right. That at 4th level. am I targeting someone else? Hold on a second. Shift Alt C. Wait, what the hell? It consumed the slot, but didn't let me cast it? What the fuck? Whatever. Just do it without. There we go.
I mean, yeah, it's doing the concentration. So
Yeah, it didn't do it. Yeah, it was weird. I don't, whatever.
no.
So you choose not to drop your gum.
Well, it says actually I should have clicked unable. There's a third option. This is unable armor.
Oh,
so it's technically part of his armor.
Oh yeah. Cool. All right, and then I'm gonna just back up back here.
Turnic.
Turnic has a great opportunity to do something, but I don't know if I want to waste the spell slot. That's the problem.
And you can barely see anything until you go around the corner there.
Yeah. So
And remember, don't back into the purple square because that will take you downstairs.
go downstairs. Got it.
Turnic goes to
And
back
it
up,
did- and it did.
fall down the stairs.
It took Orvex downstairs because he went into it.
Yeah.
That's
hilarious.
Okay, I don't know how that's gonna work because he was attached to Turnic, but we will.
Disconnect him from Turnic and then move him yourself. That's my suggestion.
Yeah, but I think they need to be on the same plane to do it, so I don't know how.
Oh. Well, have Turnic just walk down there real quick.
That feels like a after the battle problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll worry about it after. As long as
That's
Turnic can
true.
still move and do what he's doing, we'll worry about that after the battle.
Watch Orvex like somehow move into it again and come back upstairs and go back down, up, down, up, down. Could happen.
We'll see.
All right. I really shouldn't be wasting the spell slot, but I
Hey,
don't.
there he is!
Oh, there he is. He's back.
He's here.
Let me disconnect him now while I have the chance. Go ahead, Turnic. What are you doing?
I really shouldn't be wasting the spell slot, but I
Yes, you
can't help
should.
myself.
Fucking do it.
Do it.
You all are a great influence.
That
Thank
sounds
you.
about right.
Oh my gosh.
If you thought that we would provide you anything other than peer pressure, I don't know
Okay,
who
why
you're
did
Oh,
playing
I
man.
D&D
roll,
with.
but then it didn't ask for me to place the templates.
Weird.
Hey,
Applied what? What
yeah,
happened?
It just asked for me to roll it, but it didn't.
It
Doesn't-
hit
Okay.
me.
It hit me.
it
It
hit
hit
me
us.
too.
What the heck?
I'm not seeing anything in the chat.
I got
Yeah, I see.
21 damage taken off. from
I got
me.
21 damage taken off.
All I asked.
Yeah, we all
was
did.
Okay, let me check the spell. Let me check the spell. Go ahead and add the stuff back onto you guys, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
I was like, wait a minute. Turnic's
Friendly
turning
fire
on
now.
us.
That's not yeah. Turnic's the
Friendly
real.
fire.
Do you see it there? Do you see it there now, Lunga?
Oh wait.
Huh?
Do you see it in the chat now?
I see Turnic. I don't see everybody else getting hit. Turnic got hit by 21, but I don't see anyone else getting hit by it.
Turnic hit himself. Too.
And I only see myself getting hit. I don't see
I only
everyone
see
else.
myself
see.
getting hit too. It's. Forge's new update.
No, it's the spell. It didn't. No, I mean
I
he
don't
did.
think it actually did that damage to me. Actually, now that I'm looking.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
you have
think
to.
so
you have.
either.
There's a thing on the bottom.
Oh, that says
That's it.
apply.
Yeah.
I was about to
didn't apply
say
yet.
that my health was not
Okay,
like
yeah, don't, just don't do
Alright.
that. Okay, let me see something here.
Wait, what? Why is it? Oh, wait, no, I'm not rolling a concentration saving throw for my concentration.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, for my heat metal. Yeah.
What happened to my? Did you make my? Wait, never mind.
Welcome to Souls of Magic Dawn. Technical difficulty.
No, this is welcome to
Action.
dealing with Forge 101.
It's technical difficulties month here at Souls of Magic Dawn. Don't you know?
The whole month?
The whole month. It's been a month of technical
Shape. Okay.
difficulties.
It's a radius, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
30-foot radius.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's not in here. It's not in the spell for some reason.
Turnip disappeared. I don't know why he disappeared.
Just okay. One thing at a time.
Yeah. Just saying.
Well, next hourly break, coming right now. Oh boy.
Okay, 30-foot radius, so that's in there. And then there's the activation, the effect.
And then we just need Turnic.
Oh wait, there
back
he is.
on the map to be able to-
Okay, everything else should be fine.
Oh, there you are. I see you now.
Okay.
But he's not in the combat tracker anymore.
Okay, so he's not.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's weird.
Because it says it's my turn right now. It's not.
Right.
What was your?
All right. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was before Hope, so yeah, we'll make it 13. Okay, break the concentration, Turnic.
Okay.
Their next initiative was a 12.
And if it well, it doesn't matter.
So he's equal. So they have the same. It was the Dex.
Yeah, but either way, he's between you and Hope,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
it's the same thing. And did it put the spell slot back on if it took it, or if you recast it, just don't use the spell slot.
All right. I'll just not use the spell slot. Aha.
Okay, let's see.
Well, see, now this is a problem of where. Hold on.
Decisions.
Well, the problem is I can't.
Why are you
Don't
targeting
yeah,
that
there's
right there?
because that's an item that you guys can.
Oh.
You guys haven't checked it
Oh.
yet. You haven't looked in the room.
Yeah. Look at that.
I'm gonna trust that hits absolutely everybody. So I can't.
Oh.
Give me
Whoa.
1 second. Let me
God damn it.
let me just move this lantern because the lantern's not supposed to take damage, but I don't know if I have it set that way. So let me just move that out of the way for right now.
Hope. Barrett,
I don't
do not
think-
step forward.
So it asks for
Good thing my shit's
damage roll,
distance.
but I don't think it does it automatically, like right then. Because it says.
Oh, it
because it's for
it
any
should be
creature
fine.
that starts there does stuff, right? Because last time it took the damage right away when it's one of those things.
Let me read it. Point must be on the ground until the spell ends. The area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn there must succeed a strength saving throw. So the damage is supposed to be when it's on the start of its turn. But last time you used this, it calculated it correctly. But if it does damage immediately, we'll take that off or put it back on again. But give it a try.
Just go ahead and do the roll thing that happened.
Yeah. Yeah. It might be just rolling what the damage is. It may not apply it yet.
Okay. See, because I see an apply and then it says no token selected. So.
Okay. So yeah,
Well,
it didn't.
I see apply.
Well, we'll
for
figure
my
it out.
name, too. Like it hit me, but
Mm-hmm.
but
But
it
we're not
didn't hit
applying
me
any
because we're not in the
advantage.
template.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not targeting them. I don't know.
When it showed
figure it
up,
out.
it showed up on mine, I just clicked for the damage thing. I just clicked 0 and hit apply, and then it's like seemed to resolve the card. So
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, Maelstrom seems to be fucked up for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Oh, you don't even have to do that. You can just click the little arrow next to the word apply, and it just closes that box. That's all it is just closing that box when you click apply.
I'm going to check something here real quick. Because this worked last time when I just brought in a new spell in. Okay, so it's not in CPR spells. D&D Beyond. We're going to try this one more time. When I add this, I'm going to add a new spell onto you. All right, so Maelstrom here. Let me find it.
probably because CPR is natural first aid, not a spell. Obviously.
Ha.
Just leveled up and got my proficiency in band-aids.
Yes. Yes. Sounds about right.
No, it doesn't have the... Doesn't have it in there. Man. 30-foot radius. It's not targeting. I don't know why it's not doing what it's supposed to do. MIDI save, activation, 1 action, consumption, spell slot, targeting, 120 feet, targets, choose targets. No. Use these target values instead of the item when using this activity. Oh well, I'm just going to roll it manually for now. I don't have time to fuck around with this spell.
Right.
So I'll just roll the strength saves manually on our turns. And then we'll roll the 66. All right. Okay. So that's your turn, I'm assuming.
Yep. Cast a Maelstrom.
Okay.
You're welcome.
End your turn, and we'll go to Hope.
Do we
Wait a moment,
want
did
to
you-
put a template so we know where the difficult terrain is?
I was about to say, did you remove the Maelstrom? Because it's not there now.
No. Your concentration's off, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, it did it on its own. I thought you just removed it while you were messing with the spell.
I'll just add a template.
I am at the like Barrick's token is at the edge of the maelstrom. So
Yeah,
Right.
so is mine.
Right, everybody was at the edge.
Yep.
No.
So like right there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm going to do chill touch on these two.
Wow.
And it's not putting in my bonus, so I'll have to start doing that manually as well. I noticed that last time, but it didn't click until now that I'll have to do it. It is
Which bonus?
My blush strike.
You did it last time.
The-
Or did
I
you
know,
click
it's-
that manually?
No. I have to. I'm gonna have to just
Okay.
put it in. It's 1d8, so I'll do that.
Because when you were fighting last time, it did do it.
No, it didn't. Not on the bats. Not today.
It-
and that's
oh, not the bat. No, it did on the bats. I saw it. It was in the chat when you
It
did the bats.
wasn't- when it rolled, like you can see the dice are different, so I know
Okay.
it didn't go on there. So I'll just do it manually. Okay, and then that's really all I'm doing.
Okay, so it's the Tomb Guardian's turn. And all he can do is move. So all he can move is 15 feet. And I gotta do a strength save for him. What's your spell save DC, Turnick?
It is. Sorry, I didn't know who It is
It's like 17. Okay. All right, he fails. So 66. $24. Okay. And I think that's all he can do. Let me see. No, that doesn't go into effect. Okay. That is the end of his turn. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Kapow. it failed, so it took the damage.
Yeah, she just.
See this Frankenstein with his bucket helmet. It has a bucket helmet, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's a bucket for helmet. Barrick.
Well, I was hoping to have gone into there and, done some things.
Now you see 5 feet of water swirling around everywhere.
Oh, well, I guess I'll try and fucking shoot these guys. I don't fucking know. Well,
Yeah, probably just made Barrick useless here.
yeah, kind of castrated him there. Just a teeny tiny little bit.
So, hey, you hit.
Sick. Yeah, it's making
4 damage, but you hit.
It's also letting me apply damage, and I like it. Weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why MIDI. That should be all set. I don't know why shit changed.
Oops. It's not. Oh, sorry. This is the one I wanted. Terrible, wonderful, wasted.
Okay, so these guys gotta do saving throws. Gotta check one thing here. Okay, just gotta roll this real quick. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so strength saving throw. Nat 20.
Okay.
So it takes half, right?
Alright, I have this spell description up here. Do areas and it does.
Oh no, it doesn't say that.
Hey, as I
It says
say,
or, so no, so they take
right.
no damage.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I just realized before he moved, he got pulled to the center. So it would have actually moved him 10 feet towards the center. And then he's going to move 15 feet. So he's actually here.
Okay. So see.
Okay, so no, he takes no damage from that.
And it's difficult terrain.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure you counted for that.
Yeah. So he's going to move forward 15 feet. And he knows you're the one casting this. He saw you moving your little lizard arms around. So he's going to crossbow you. It hits.
You mean misses?
Runic shield, because fucking Barrick.
Oh.
Say thank you, Barrick. He hit.
Okay.
Barrick decided to
Say
use Runic
thank-
shield. And so he's going to hit you again.
Not twice. You only get it once.
Not twice. Barrick's like, listen, you get it once. Just be happy with that.
I only have one reaction. I'm not a rogue.
All right.
So since that spell's not on there, I should be taking a Constitution saving throw. So
Yeah, stuff seems to be weird tonight.
That's what I say, because for whatever reason, I just removed the spell from me. So, but I'll
It's
just roll
something
that
in the
anyway.
water.
Oh, thank God you have advantage.
Yeah.
Talk about different ends of the spectrum.
Wow, really, guys? Something in the water? Nothing? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of his
that
turn.
One that was on one of his die.
Strength saving throw. he fails. So 66.
Whoa!
Damn!
Holy shit!
Woof.
Damn! What a unlucky roll by the DM for his damage.
Whoosh indeed.
And he gets pulled 10 feet to the center.
You should roll better like that, Lunga. More rolls
Actually,
like that.
he's here. That's the center. All right. Nice try, Turnick. Nice try.
Yeah. Hey, do not fucking taunt him. We are not very far into this dungeon.
All right, so he's gonna try to move here.
An L.
Fighting through the water,
Wade in the water.
and he will crossbow hope. Hey, they're hitting now.
I take back my comment about rolling better.
I only have one.
There can be only one.
Okay, did that take the 6 off of you? Because I have... Yeah, I took it off. Okay.
Yeah.
There can be only
So-
one reaction.
Second crossbow attack. That one's gonna miss.
Haha.
Okay, this guy's turn. He succeeds. So he will try to run forward as far as he can. And shoot Talos. And he misses. He will try it again. And that's a horrible miss. That's the end of his turn. All right, buddy.
So my elevation says -25. So if I want to
Yeah.
fly 5 feet, should I change it to -20?
No, just remember I told you just keep mental
Keep it in my
because
head.
with the
Okay,
levels
okay,
here,
okay.
yeah, with
Okay.
the levels here of this being floors, it's
All right. Well, I'm flying up in the air 5 feet.
okay.
Once it's my turn, shall miss.
Like, I mean, you could technically change it. You just won't see it unless you right click on
Yeah.
your character.
So
Okay, so he
there's no
fails.
Point, really.
Yeah.
There's really no point.
So he moves 10 feet towards the center. Boom. And 66 damage. $12. There you go, Turnick. I'm not rolling good anymore. Hope you happy.
Damn it.
And he will go to shoot Turnick. And yes, damn it. Even though I know Turnick will never fail a Constitution saving throw, he will fucking roll this every motherfucking time. And the off chance that you roll in that one. That missed. Okay, do your con save there, Turnick. So close. So close.
Well, don't you have advantage anyway? So you can roll it again.
Oh, he's gonna move forward too.
So, the fact that you passed is no point.
Okay, tell us.
Well, shit. Yeah, I don't want to waste a higher spell slot. So let's see here. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bonus action, is what I'll do
Okay.
And do the heat metal pulse.
Okay. So he's going to take another
21. And I mean, I did it automatically. I've got the.
I know.
Okay, just making sure you didn't take off another 21.
No.
And then I'm gonna fly up in the air 5 feet, and then come right here.
Okay.
And stabby.
That hits.
And he did.
All right. So what do you do there?
Well, as I'm flapping my wings, I pull out my rapier and stab downward at his. And I as I'm stabbing, I using my quick dexterity, I notice a small space in his armor that's exposing underneath, and I'm able to stab through into his neck, and he just falls.
Yeah.
As I pull it out.
He
And
takes it
then-
here. Rah! Oh, go ahead, finish.
Yeah, and then I still got. I'm gonna come up here and go after one of these guys as well. Do my other. Actually, I'll go with this guy.
Okay.
He's further away.
And for my next trick,
For my next, and then take my saber and stabby that guy. And we're going to no flourish. Ew. I rolled 2 1s as my damage. And then I'm just gonna fly up like 5 more feet because I think that's all I can move more. I was right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Okay.
30,
By doing that,
Yep,
you will
fine.
the opportunity attacks because
Why?
you're
I'm already
flying out of
5.
your
Oh
range
yeah,
now.
because I'm yeah. That's fine.
If you can hit them, they can hit you.
Nope. I'm mobile.
Yes.
I have mobile.
So
the
you don't have
fact that
opportunity attacks.
They don't get opportunity attacks because I used melee attacks.
Yeah.
So
Mobile flourish.
yes. No, not even flourish. Just mobile.
Oh, just a mobile. Yeah. The
the
yeah.
feet. Yeah.
Right.
So, all right. So I'm just hovering up here, flapping. my
Yeah.
wings.
And you see that flesh golem just sinks down into the 5 feet of water.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
A hand is still sticking up.
It's like the Terminator hand.
Turnic.
All right, Turnic is just going to whip it out to that.
whoa.
Crazy,
About his
crazy.
sausages. I mean,
Wow. Awesome.
he loves those sausages.
Anyway,
Yeah, but he's whipping out his
Come on.
Talos. That's the problem here.
he hits. So
And it's very long. Pull it.
Well, now we know. Now we know. Lizard folks' penises are long and thorny. I don't know if you really wanna. Mess
for
with them.
protection. You know,
All we
Alright.
know is that he's got something long and thorny, so it's
that
fine.
natural
It's fine.
protection.
Turnic's going to move it towards him and be like, here you go, Barrick.
And it's within
Want
10
this?
feet.
No. Nope.
Nope. I don't want.
I'll give
I
it
don't
to
want
you.
your charity. Damn it.
Your
no, thank
leftovers.
you.
And Turnic will take a step back as well. And that'll be it.
Hope.
All right, so let's go ahead and do these two. Let's try this again. All right, 1d8 and normal.
You know, it could be my version of MIDI. I updated it again last week. Maybe MIDI is the updated one to work with version 13, and that's why it's not. What's maybe why we're having issues. That could be. I'll downgrade MIDI. killed that one.
Woot, woot. Woot.
Sorry, dogs. They're going.
Loot, loot.
Loot. Why, I don't mind if I do.
Kelly.
Yeah.
I shall play my lute while we battle.
The bodies are starting to float around in this maelstrom. You see them twirling around in it.
Let's see.
Hits. Good amount of damage.
Yeah, she's just cool with hanging out back here.
Barrick. And that forge
yeah.
fire is out because it's at the edge of the water, so we say that fire is out.
How noble of Barrick to get between me and the one I just pulled.
As he moves to the side.
On second thought, you castrated me this entire battle, Turnic. Fuck you.
Isn't even a fun fight anymore.
Don't tell the
And dead.
Toss me. What? Toss me.
Bear's gonna smack him on the side of the head with this hammer and wave for him to fall down and to turn around, just like, this is the one time I would have been able to fuck up actual dwarves. I hate these motherfuckers.
You do notice as you smash that one, you're up close, Varric. It's very squishy, so they obviously are undead dwarves.
Even better.
Okay, this guy here has got to do a strength saving throw.
You're acting like like I took something from you.
You did.
You took his agency.
You took something.
He
from him.
fails.
The worst part is that you're so nice about it. The worst part.
I'm
pretty
just
nice.
a dick.
And that's exactly what he has. So the maelstrom overtakes this guy. It carries him under. He gets buffeted around, slammed against the walls, and torn to pieces inside the maelstrom. Because he's undead, so I don't think he can drown. So he's just getting torn to pieces in there.
I love
That was
it.
the end of his turn. Because he's dead. Now it's this guy's turn.
He's dead.
That is the end of his turn because he's dead.
D-E-D.
Woo! He survived. He made it. Maybe one of these guys will get close enough to actually use their weapons.
Nope.
Hey, they've been shooting things.
Let's not get
No,
crazy.
he
Yeah.
meant they're like actual.
Yeah, I know.
Actual weapons. Yes.
I know.
You think crossbows is what they make their living on? No, they're battle axes that they have not used this entire fight is what they make their living on.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of the point.
Hey, hit Barrick with a crossbow. Amazing.
Derek lets it through so he can feel something.
Hey, he's felt quite a bit.
Another one. There, you feel something more. Okay.
Dick, stop taking damage.
All right. Well, I come behind him, lower down 5 feet, and stabby, stabby,
Stabby.
stabby, stabby, stabby. Stabby,
I love stabby.
No waste flourish on you, fuck faces. Stabby, stabby again.
Oof.
Stabby,
Neat.
stabby, stabby,
He is down.
stabby. Hey, Turnic, you mind turning off this water?
But like, look at it though. Isn't it like cool though? You see how it all swirls around? Isn't that nice?
I'd like to, I've been flying all
Oh, you
20
love the fly.
seconds. My wings are getting tired.
Oh, you love the fly. Come on.
Yeah, his refractory period is quite short. Quite long, I should
Yeah.
say.
Turner
Oh,
just talked out
goodness
the.
gracious.
Turner just talked out the 1 minute that was there.
All right.
Yeah. So it's a pretty interesting room. Again, I know you guys didn't read that whole journal, but I will
Yeah, can we
remind
get the too long
you.
didn't read version, please?
Cliff notes.
Yeah.
Cliff
I
notes.
mean, you guys just had 2 weeks, 3 weeks technically to
homework.
read
What the
this.
fuck
You
is
know,
this shit?
but I get it. I
To
get
be
it.
fair, I
But you
have
do-
not thought about it since you mentioned it the first time.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe if someone leveled us up, we might.
But you remember them saying that they had found the ghost lantern.
Yes.
That within shimmered a soul of pure light, the Starfallen, an elf of the Luminori, slain over a millennium past. And
I remember that.
they had come here to try to find the. We vowed to save her. The Starfallen spoke of a relic, the Eye of Zaltek, an emerald the size of a man's fist, whispered to restore the ancient dead. Her own people once feared it, yet it may be her only salvation. So they came to the Tomb of the Nine gods to try to find this Eye of Zaltek to free the Starfallen from the lantern. And you know that as he spoke, as they were getting killed here and hunted and dying in this maze of stuff, that the lantern had been taken from them. So yeah. So that is a nice reminder of that.
Assuming we can take the lantern.
It is an item that you can pick up, Telos.
Okay. So. Oh. Huh. I'm gonna.
As you pick it up, you can see the spirit of a female elf inside this lantern.
Oh. A female elf,
And-
you say?
Yeah.
Hey, here. You might want to take a look at this, Callie. And I hand it to Callie. There you go. There seems to be some sort of female elf in there.
And give me a moment here. Just trying to remember if it gave us any guidance on this. It didn't. Okay.
I want to look at the forge.
Yeah. So I mean, Barrick, as you're looking around, this obviously seems to be a whole workshop dedicated to building these tomb guardians that roam as guardians of areas of this tomb. So these dwarves apparently are workers here that help maintain it endlessly and create these tomb guardians. Here.
Would there be any chance for me to impart some knowledge of any weaknesses that the Tomb Guardians may have based on how they are constructed using these forges?
I mean, not really. They're flesh golems, So there's, some kind of evil magic that rises, and basically what these tomb dwarves are doing. And you can see this with your expertise of forges and crafting and stuff, so you don't have to roll for this. The armor and all the gear they have on them, and the bucket helmet and the spike gauntlets, that's what they use this contraption for, is to like forge this armor onto the flesh golem's body to make it this tomb guardian.
So they're raised elsewhere. The guardian itself is raised elsewhere, and then this is like essentially the armory for them.
Yeah. And as you're looking around, you find a set of thieves' tools, a set of artisan tools, and a set of mason's tools. Actually, it's about every fucking tools. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me just copy this. There you go.
Damn. Okay.
And as you're looking around, huh?
My fucking bag of holding is gone.
Oh no, I gotta give it. No, it's in your other character.
Holy
I can get.
shit. Oh my god.
I
you
can give
scared
it to you.
the fuck out of me.
I was like, oh my god, there's so much shit in there. Holy
I mean, there's not all that much.
Don't worry about it. I can give it. That's one thing I forgot to move over from your old one, and I didn't delete your old character. So
the bag of holding, there's always a lot of stuff in the bag of holding, no matter how little stuff there is.
inventory, bag of holding, and a backpack. So let's move that over. Bag of holding and a backpack. There you go. Should be in your inventory now.
Okay.
And you do notice that freshly on one of the tables apparently to be effects of the last person they used to make this tomb guardian. So it was someone obviously that was recently slain. And you do see the emblems of the yellow banner. So this is probably one of those adventurers with the company of the Yellow Banner that came in with Devlin. And Moldek is one of the ones that fell with it. As a matter of fact, I think it's in a journal to let you know which one it is if we read through that.
How do I add something to my inventory from the compendium? Because I was just going to
drag, just drag it in.
Yeah, Seward.
Well, I have to have my inventory open.
There you go. You found it, Callie.
Yeah.
So it's most likely Seward that they turned into this tomb guardian. And did you give the lantern to Kelly, Telos?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Yeah, so Kelly, as you're holding it, you can see the elf inside. And let me open up my thing here again. And you can actually hear her voice. Oh, so I am found once again. The company of the Yellow Banner was carrying me. And you see she seems to be fighting to bring her memory in, almost as this ethereal undead capturing in this lantern is kind of messing with her memory a little bit.
Yes, hello. You are the Starfallen?
That I am.
Yes, we have found you. And we'll do our best to take you with us.
I can do little else than stay in this lantern as it lies. So do what you will. If anything comes to mind, I will try to assist you as best as I can.
We've read the journals of Lord Brixton. What is the Eye of Zoltek?
Yeah, Zoltek. As Devlin had said, it's a fabled item that can bring back the ancient dead. And I had heard of it in my time. So their idea was to perhaps find it to free me from this prison and return me to life.
Have you seen, in your time here, have you seen anything outside of this room?
I was carried, and I saw glimpses of things, but many times I was in a backpack, and you see you're straining. It's so hard to remember.
Is this a conversation that's happening out loud?
She's quiet, but I would say if you guys are paying attention, you could hear it. If you're close to her. Close to Callie.
If I may, what value were they hoping to have you provide them by reviving you?
As far as I could tell, when they found me, it was purely altruistic. They just wished to do good and bring me back.
Barrick just looks around. Are we talking about the same people?
The company of the Yellow Banner.
Ah. So no, we are not.
The journal of Devlin that explains the whole thing that I briefly
I understand.
cliff noted. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Do you remember
that.
Do you remember who you were when you were alive?
I was a warlock from the land of the Luminori.
And how were you imprisoned in this lantern?
I was slain by a Fomorian, but that is all I remember.
What does Callie know about Fomorians?
The GM would have to look up Fomorians again.
What kind of vibe are we getting from this?
Is that a question for the DM or for your co-players?
I was kind of asking Callie, but I was kind of also asking maybe do you think this is a insight-y type of situation?
Perhaps. I've heard of elves, of any creature being a warlock, and it's not unheard of for spirits to be captured into objects.
No, certainly not.
If you can give me a history check. Oh, I'm sorry. Continue, Barrick. I thought you were done.
All that I was going to add was, forgive me, but I'm quite untrusting of basically anything that we're going to come across in here. Considering we're in the tomb of the trickster gods,
Mm.
that has been occupied for quite some time by a fairly
Come on, dice gods.
non-altruistic soul.
Thank
13.
you, Kelly. Yeah, you one of the history lessons you didn't sleep through. Fomorians, you remember they were a race of giant kin, hideously deformed by an ancient curse, considered to be the most hideous and wicked of all the giant races.
Right. We faced one of those.
I don't think you faced a Fomorian. You faced some kind of giant, but it wasn't a Fomorian.
Wasn't a Fomorian.
No.
Okay. Oh, okay.
This was an ancient race, so these giants are they haven't been seen.
Okay.
They don't get all those anymore.
She's been trapped in this lantern for over 1,000 years.
Over 1,000 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before my time.
Before my time too.
Well, what harm could it do for us to bring her with us, Barrick?
Oh, I don't think that it would cause us harm to bring her along with us.
I thought you were gonna let her out.
If she could be let out, simply she would be out already.
Well,
They were
Jean
looking
needed help.
for this
Eye of
relic,
Zoltek.
this Eye of Zoltek to free her. Do you know anything, or have you heard of anything relating to the Soulmonger by any chance?
This word is foreign to me.
I'd like to do an inside check on her saying
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
that. Insight. Hello, there it is. Ouch. Dice gods.
Even with a 6, you're listening to her. You don't know, in your untrusting nature, you're not sure if you still believe her or not. But you did think in your head that this soulmonger situation was quite recent, and she's been trapped in this lantern for over 1,000 years. So it's a good chance she wouldn't know anything about the soulmonger.
Okay.
And do you know of anything of Asherak?
I know who Asarak is. He's a child of Leto. But that the elves steer clear of anything related with Leto.
Very well. Any other questions before we move on?
And she just added again. She goes, as I say, if you at least let me see where you're traveling, if I see anything that I might remember while I was here with the company of Yellow Banner, I will definitely tell you.
She doesn't want to be in dark backpack again. She wants to
I
see the
don't
light.
believe I have any other questions. I certainly have concerns, but it seems like they are not ones that you can assuage. That is okay.
Okay. So where can we go next?
Look, there's a stairway down here.
You do
Does
see a
it go
stairway
up
that
or
leads
down?
up.
Ooh, it
There's
goes
a-
up.
there's- yeah.
We haven't been upstairs. There's probably some
That's
more shit
where
up
we-
there.
That's where we came from.
Shit.
And there was a
I went
door.
out by accident.
Okay.
And-
Sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't realize.
You can go upstairs if you want to. I mean, that's not a.
I wasn't trying to get away from my friends.
Let's win.
How do I go back
Yes.
down?
What is happening?
Go all the way there and then go back in. You do see there's a wall at the end.
Okay, I see
Of
it.
where
I
you
see.
went
I
up.
got back downstairs. Okay. I was gonna let them know about it, and then I got too close and it sucked me in.
Yeah.
I was like, what
Like
the
a-
fuck?
Like a maelstrom.
Well, yeah, if you step
Stairs
on the
just suck
stairs,
you in. I wasn't on the stairs.
She was close. She was.
you went there, and those were stairs right here. There are stairs.
Oh
right
yeah.
there.
Okay.
I see them now.
You probably went onto the stairs.
Now I see the stairs. I was looking
Right.
at like
it's not just in that
stairs.
it's not just in that square. It's a like a 3-block rectangle.
Like
Oh, okay, that's what was.
You know how
confusing
stairs
me.
have, a series of steps?
And she went back
my
in there, and you went back in there
I was
again.
very confused. I was so confused.
So there's still a door on this level. Should we check it out?
Yeah.
Well, I think that this room is a great indicator that the things that we might, the stones we might be leaving unturned could be quite problematic if left unturned.
That's why I
Is
said
that a
we
yes?
should open those coffins.
I think that's a yes.
It is.
Okay.
It is absolutely a yes.
And we do need to go back upstairs because there's a lot going on up there.
We
Okay.
need to go down here and don't
Where
step
am
on
I?
the purple thing.
Yeah, not even just a purple thing. It's more than just a purple thing. I found out the hard way.
Well, that one is just a square. I made purposely that one. I made just a square because it's a circular room. I didn't want you guys accidentally walking into it. So the spiral staircase, you will only go on the stairs if you go into the purple square.
Okay. All right.
That's the only stairs that's like that.
What is Talos finding over there?
I don't know. Try opening it.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, it opens. It's
Okay.
not locked.
Okay.
So as you open the
Yeah,
door, Hope,
Because I have.
Oh
these-
my fucking god!
you see candles dimly illuminated cluttered office. A skeletal songbird rasps at you from a filthy cage in one corner. Another furnishing including a wooden writing desk and a tall back chair. Anatomical drawings sketched in charcoal hang on the walls behind the desk. And seated in a chair is a shriveled corpse of a humanoid wearing moldy robes and a bronze mask sculpted to look like a frowning visage. Around the figure's neck hangs a black skull-shaped amulet, and a number of severed hands crawl on the desk and the floor around him. And he looks
Oh,
up
of
at you and
course
he's
they
like,
do.
"Ah, so you have found your way to my office. Well,
Yes, we'd like 8 hirelings, and I'd like to respec my character, please.
I'll take 2 Big Macs, a double cheeseburger. Oh, sorry.
I want the hands.
You not see
I
who
will
it
say,
is?
I will say this goes without saying. He is not the same Withers as Baldur's Gate 3.
I don't know. That
But-
fucking little thing there looks a whole lot like him.
Well, yes, I used the image because it is Withers, but he is not going to do the same kind of services that you might have encountered in Baldur's Gate 3.
Man.
What services does he do? No, I'm
You don't know.
Buy-
You didn't play the
Buy
game,
hirelings and
the video
you can
game.
Respec your character.
Yeah.
Is it a
That's
spell?
No,
No,
no. It's a
he's-
place you
No.
go and you click on the guy and you can change your stats and stuff.
You pay him
understand.
100 gold, and you get
Yeah.
fucking lackeys to come and do your bidding for you.
Sweet, I want that.
That's
I
what
want
I'm
lackeys.
saying.
Give me some lackeys, goddammit. These
We don't
these
need
hands,
your
I'll take
stinking
those.
lackeys.
I like the hands. They can crawl around my ankles.
She would.
You don't need no stinking lackeys.
like the it hand. Hell yeah. I have
Yeah.
those crawling all over me.
I wasn't thinking that we needed lackeys, but I thought that cannon fodder might be helpful.
Oh, can we respec here?
That's what I'm
No.
saying. Fuck.
Can
I want to respec. Like to up my intelligence and my strength.
I guess I want to do.
Yeah, like, what's up, dude? What are you doing here?
Like, I guess I'm going to do perception and see what's going on with this room.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check while you're doing that, Hope.
Okay. I mean, if he's magical, I'm not worried about it. 16.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so he, so Hope, you, as you're looking around the room, you see, you see that there's enough equipment on his desk to assemble an entire scholar's pack. You see that he has a manual of golems that lies open on his desk next to a spell book. And the on the cover of the spell book, you see a name, Kimura Blackfire, is what it says on the spell book, the cover. It's like written. It's not like the name of the book. It's like written on the cover.
Like that's what belonged to at one point.
You just see that there's a name written on the cover.
Okay.
And he's fingering the amulet, the black skull amulet on him, and he kind of looks up. Oh, so you killed some of my dwarves. It's a pity. I will need some more to upkeep the tomb.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be doing that anymore.
And why is that, young teacher?
This place is, like, creepy as fuck, but I think we need to get rid of you.
Get rid of me? My dear, I've been in this tomb for well over 1,000 years. I am what they would call immortal, perhaps, undead. Either way, even if you destroy this vessel, I would return, for I am, and he kind of looks at you, as you, an eternal servant to Mistress Death. I am one of her avatars, if you will, on this world. Unfortunately, Azrak took me into his service. This is what I shall do, and this is my job, and I do it happily to maintain the tomb as he sees fit. Now, you can certainly choose to fight me. I would advise against it, for it will not go well for you. And even if it does, at the end, I will not be gone.
I have no fight with you if we serve the same goddess. I am very, very devout to her, so you might be able to answer some of my questions now that I know that you're an immortal and could actually help us.
Well, perhaps I could answer some questions. There may be some that I cannot, or perhaps will not answer. For at the end of the day, I am here to perform a job. Now, my job is to maintain the tomb. If anyone shall perish here, it is of the tomb's doing, not by my hand, as you see. Azrak enjoys his amusement. So that is my job, is to maintain the tomb. So I have no quarrel with you personally, but alas, you are in this tomb, and this tomb has a job to do. So you can ask questions. I will answer what I can, and if I do not, I do not.
Do you know about the soulmonger?
Every single time.
I say it every time.
That is
I say it like that.
an odd pronunciation.
I do it every time.
I assume you mean the soulmonger.
Yeah, that one.
The soulmonger word.
Well, since the soulmonger itself is not part of my purview of the tomb itself, it's not, and it's more of a recent addition for reasons of Asarak's knowledge. I will make no pretense to know exactly what the soulmonger is. Despite my wealth of knowledge of both the mortal world and the world of the divine, there are still some things I am not privy to, especially those under the providence of gods. What I do know is the soulmonger is of the divine. It is not a device or blessed bauble, as some believe. I do know that it is incredibly precious to the goddess Iran. Asarak and his father Leto play a dangerous game in this heavenly war of attrition. Despite my servitude to Asarak, my goddess is and always will be Mistress Death, for I am, as I said, of her physical manifestation of walking death on Tinil'Gan. But what I do know is Asarak brought it to Omu for safekeeping at Leto's behest. Ensconced in the cradle of his tomb, he has fed it necromantic energy through the numerous blood rituals performed by his enslaved Saruk minions, hoping to transform it into a deity, one able to claim dominion over death. Unleashed on Tinil'Gan, the newborn death god would glut itself on life, paving the way for Leto's triumph. Since its short time here in Omu, the soulmonger has birthed in a trouble, a ghastly unfinished creation. Never truly alive, even divine intervention can't breathe true life into this hateful, miserable horror, but it provides the soulmonger a mouth, so to speak, to draw in the souls it craves. To nurture this trouble, Asarak needs an untold number of souls, more than the Saruk can provide. He made a bargain with the Sown Sisters, a coven of night hags feared throughout the lower plains. Seduced by the prospect of near-endless supplies of souls, the hags have joined Asarak in this tomb. With their assistance, the trouble can grow to immeasurable proportions, reaping the souls of the dying from across Tinil'Gan and feeding them to the soulmonger. Is this the end of days? I do not know. I am immortal. I am undead. I have no visions of afterlife, only a yearning to serve my mistress until I am no longer needed. But that is the extent of my knowledge of the soulmonger. And I will copy that for you guys.
Next time on Souls of Magic.
Put it in a journal for you.
I was
That's-
about to
I mean,
say,
I could give you,
Oh,
you know,
no.
2-sentence answers if you like. I mean,
No.
No.
I was about to
No,
say
that was a
though,
lot
so
of
was
information.
like,
I was
Dominated.
wowing just at that stuff.
Dungeons
a
and
lot of-
Dragons. Acolyte
good
edition.
It's disturbing stuff.
We're going to be asking
got-
it more questions.
3
I'm
hag
seeing it.
sisters and a soul-sucking undead funnel
Feel like
thing.
Callie
Yeah,
should
in
be
real
up
talk,
here
how much gold
asking
does he need for us to
questions.
be able to respec? That's like the main.
And are we leveling up?
I feel like Callie should be in here with me asking questions.
I mean, he's not kicking you out.
Always not
so-
like
Yes.
big. She's like literally 20 feet away.
I mean, again, I do, for certain things, I do ask you guys, you're all in there, but I'm assuming with this, you guys have all entered.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna split hairs over that.
Well, I mean, I just went in first because if it's a magic user, I have my wand to protect me.
And it's under the journals under Tomb of the Nine Gods. It says Wither Soulmonger.
I would just like to point out that for the entire time that you've had that wand, that has served you no protection whatsoever.
No, it has. It has. I've actually used it.
There's been a few times.
1, 2, 3 times. It's absorbed magic spells.
Out of 100.
You mean the rod, not the wand. The rod of absorption.
Yeah.
And it's never been purposely done. It's just like the creatures I have. I don't. If you guys have noticed, like unless they're bosses, I don't usually have a lot of creatures that do a lot of magic.
I'm saying,
and usually, if they do,
terrible justification for walking
it hasn't
in the
been
door ahead of everyone.
I know. It hasn't been leveled spells. It's always been cantrips or area effect. It hasn't been like leveled spells that she could capture. And it's not intentional. It's just.
I think it's pretty intentional.
No, it's not. Trust me.
Because you use spells on
I am not literally
but
crafting spell lists and monsters around your fucking rod. I don't care. But yeah. So it is 10 o'clock. Do you guys want to stop here, or did anyone want to ask a few more questions before we end?
We could think of questions and come back and talk to them some more when we get back next week.
Yeah, you guys can mull on it.
Definitely think about this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like you read Devlin's journal and everything else over that time.
We always do our homework. What are you talking about?
Uh-huh.
Who doesn't like homework?
This is fun homework. It's not bad homework.
Who's not all into homework? Oh, next week. Questions.
Dun dun dun. Okay, so I guess we're gonna continue on next week, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So there we go. Not a bad session.
Are we off air?
Had some no.
No, not yet.
You're not off air until I say until next time. So say will. You know that.
It's not like we've been doing this for how long now?
For 4 years, almost 5 years. You know, I say this. I've literally said the same thing at the end of every stream.
Me and Turnic have been here from the beginning.
Yes.
We are the original members.
More than anyone
and even Chris, in the grander scheme of things, like in character, it seemed like a long time between Talos arriving and stuff. But
it wasn't.
In real life, it was like a month or two after you guys started or something like that. It was like. That was more than weeks. I think it was like a month to 1 to 2 months
like 1
after.
Month, I think it was like 1 month.
I mean, I've been doing CO6 campaigns for a long time. I just wasn't a part of this one. I think I'm 3.5 years now. I think I might be over 4 years.
With me? I didn't. No, you didn't start playing with me.
You came first for.
In Council 6 campaigns is what I'm saying.
Great Council.
Well, those were in Console 6. Yellows. Oh, you're talking about the Spelljammer stuff.
Spelljammer one, yeah.
Yeah. I was streaming it, but it was Yellow's campaign. But yeah, I see what I get what you mean. Yeah, we were doing Spelljammer and stuff like that, which I actually kind of do miss that, but
I miss it so much. I was looking at Kestis yesterday. Shed a tear.
Yeah. Never resolved the brothers Montague.
Nope.
Gnome.
Bro, we went on a fucking 12-episode detour to revive my character, and then stop immediately. Like literally, the last thing that we did was fucking revive Kestis.
And I'll say one thing. Even though Yellow tries to play himself off as like, hey, that's the dice. If you die, you die. You know, kind of deal. Your decisions. He felt bad. That's what, because the campaign just started and your character was dead.
Yeah, I know.
We were like, what? It was like the third session or something like that.
It was the fourth one.
Oh, was it
fourth? Yeah, it was like the fourth session. We had level. We were like level 2. It was
honestly
crazy.
It was a series of super shitty rolls. And
well, it wasn't just that. We were all in separate. We were like apart from each other.
Oh, don't go off on your own, huh?
No. It wasn't
No,
like
it wasn't
that.
because
We
of
were in the
that.
same area.
Yeah.
Ing was trapped inside of a shark's mouth or something like that, where I couldn't get to you.
Yeah, you got
Um,
bitten by a shark and yanked off
yeah.
the boat. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go dip over here to like try and
Right.
fucking handle this thing, and there was a dude hiding in a corner, and I got fucking one tapped.
Yeah, it was literally,
Ooh.
and also he hit you while you were down.
Yeah, we
Which
also
was-
were like level 3 and had like 12 hit points.
Yeah, we're
so-
level 3, and you know how when if you're unconscious and the monster hits you, you lose a death saving throw immediately.
Yeah, because you're
and if
doing
it's-
that with me.
Yeah, and if
The
it's a
damn
crit,
shit.
hit, you lose 2.
No, it's
Death saving
auto crit.
throws.
It's auto crit.
Auto crit. Oh yeah, it's auto. Oh yeah, it is auto crit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's 2. Yeah, so so
It's just
so even though
bad.
we were only like, it was 2 movements. I couldn't get there in 1 movement. It was going to be 2 movements, so it was more than 30 feet. But that means 2 turns. And if he's hitting him while he's down, we couldn't get to him. So it wasn't like the other side of the map or something like that. It was
Literally-
in the same room.
literally,
Trying
it
to
was
fix
like
the
it-
ship
it
at
was-
the same time.
It was
and
in
got
the
ambushed.
turn of combat. It was like I like misty stepped 30 feet away from
Yeah.
everybody else, died immediately, and
Yeah.
then on
One
the,
hit.
like,
He was
the
one
next-
hit.
The next turn, the imp that we were fighting killed me. I went
Yeah.
down. He attacked me again, which took out 2 of my death saving throws. And then when it came back around to my turn, I failed my 3rd death
Right.
saving throw.
Yes.
And we were
Like,
just
I
getting
feel you
close
on
to him.
that. I
There was-
feel you. He did that shit to me.
There's
No.
literally-
dinosaurs.
Hold on a minute.
No, you
now,
do that stuff. to
big
yourself.
difference. They
You
were
do
on
that
this
stuff to
big
yourself.
island. She was
Yep.
150 feet away
So
on this
far.
island. She's like, I'm going to walk around this island by myself. And ran into a dinosaur.
It was multiple. It was a multiple of those those the two.
Yeah, there was 3 of them.
The Dinoclysis is,
Yes.
yeah.
And then they were just pawing at my body after they killed me.
Yep.
fuckers.
Yeah,
And
you're
but then
great at playing the
gods
victim here, but
intervened.
it seems like this is a pattern.
The gods. intervened.
Yes, it is. And that was the only time I allowed her. She failed her. She all of that was over. But then there was a divine intervention that brought Hope back, because she was brand new to D&D. She was just learning, and everyone's yelling at me. Oh, it's your wife. I'm like, she's new. Shut up. She's gonna have helping her. Now she knows to not do that again. She hasn't learned. However, she's doing it now because she's stronger and she knows she's not going to die in 1 turn unless it's the big boss.
I don't know.
So,
We've had some pretty fucking hairy encounters.
I still live. I'm alive. God damn it. I'm alive to tell a tale.
but if anything, I will say this: her character is consistent. So, her character is consistent.
And I have PTSD of dinosaurs now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Again, your fault. You walked around a deserted island, and I believe you had seen dinosaurs on the island before that. So you knew that there was dinosaurs on this island. It wasn't like you knew
No,
nothing.
that was the
and you
first
just-
time that was the first time the dinosaurs appeared.
All right. Well, they were on a nice island. They thought it was going to be a beach episode.
Yes.
It
Yes.
wasn't, apparently.
Yes, and I was
No.
forging. It wasn't a beach episode. I found that out the hard
There was
way.
lots
All right,
of
well, we will end the stream.
Forging.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. And until next time, so say we all.